Hey everyone, welcome to January. And this is going to be my design team entry for the Flair Huts Sparkle and Shine using the epoxy glitter flare. It's really pretty. If you don't have it, you can check it out on their website. It's super shiny and it really adds a lot to the pages. So I'm taking the approach that Christmas trees are sparkle and shine, and I am also doing the My Little Scrapbook Stores challenge for January, which is a sketch designed by T, one of our designers. And I'm going to just be walking you through how I'm incorporating this flair into this challenge, and I hope you guys enjoy it. I'm using the collection from Close to My Heart. If you do not have a Close to My Heart distributor, I use Miranda Weber. I can also add her link, but this is called Seas, Seas, and Greeting. It's kind of a take on the fact that some people have a beachy Christmas and some people have a snow Christmas. So, because I am scrapbooking pictures of a lobster trap tree, I thought it'd be appropriate to use this collection. I actually got this collection because I did have a couple of days in Florida during the Christmas season, and I wanted to use this collection as part of my December daily. And I just realized that this would be a great collection to go ahead and continue using for my for these pictures for this lobster trap tree. So for those of you that are not from New England, lobster traps are kind of the metal boxes that we use to just what it sounds like, trap lobsters. And last year in 2021, there's a couple of lobster trap Christmas trees created, one of which got so much attention. It was featured on the Boston News, and hundreds and or thousands of people went to visit it. We went out and saw it, and they take these lobster traps and they decorate them, and they have buoys all around them, and then they light them up, and it becomes this kind of lobster trap tree. Well, this year, our little town decided to, one of the stores created their own version of a lobster trap tree right outside the front of it. Now, it's not nearly as big. It's not the one you can walk through. So the one in I think it's in Stonington, Connecticut. But the one there you could have walked through. So you actually got to walk in it. We went there last year. It's in my December daily from last year. But this year, we didn't get a chance to go down there. We just didn't have a reason to go that direction. So I was excited to know that on our main street there was a small version of that tree, and I just took some pictures of that and thought it'd be fun to use with this collection. So there's John and I outside on Main Street with the picture of the lobster trap tree, and then there's just a lobster trap tree. You see, I'm keeping very close to the sketch. I think a lot of times people will kind of veer off on the sketch, and I've done that multiple times too. But this time I'm keeping pretty straight to the sketch. I'm also keeping pretty straight to just using three of the flare as embellishments, as opposed to, I know a lot of times I'll put something on those or do something different with those, but this time I'm just using them as they are. I thought those three colors were really cool, and I thought they went with the paper that I had chosen. Now I'm going to be doing using the Heidi Swap journaling box that I have. I am part of her stamp society, and the reason I joined was actually this collection, this particular stamp, and it creates these different style of journaling blocks, and I just absolutely love it. So I'm going to be combining some of her stamps together and kind of layering those stamps up to create a journaling area, much like the journaling area that you see on the sketch itself. I did put my title. One of the things I hope you guys caught while I was talking about the trap tree is that I ran out of E's. So I simply put an F on there, and then I cut a different F off, and I made the E. You can just barely even tell unless you look really close at the page. And, I don't think it's going to matter one bit in, 5 years when I go back to look at this. Now, I really struggled to put Main Street, which is where I wanted to put the location of this on, because all of the letters M, A, I, and N, when I put them down, they read the same backwards and forward. So I actually had it on to where I could read the word Main, and then as I was about to stamp it, I realized no, I need it to be backwards. So I almost had a big problem, and I figured that out. So I'm stamping. This is from, like I said, a couple of different collections. All of this first part is from this first collection from Heidi Swap Stamps. Then I'm going to pull out the Christmas collection. And actually, I bought two of these for some reason because, well, I don't know why I bought two, but I did. And this has Christmas trees, and so I'm just going to do a bunch of Christmas trees. Now, I am using one of the archival ink collections from Michelle, so those are really awesome as well. And the collection that I'm using, I don't know the number of it, but I'm using the one that has Faded Jeans and Mermaid Lagoon in it, and then it's Peeled Paint is the green. And I have slowly began using these, not just the distressed oxides, but these distressed archivals for things like letters and words. So I've really been enjoying that. So I'm going to use that Merry Christmas now. This Merry Christmas banner was just sitting on my desk, and I was like, "Oh, it's green. It says Merry Christmas. That'll work." Just so I didn't have to throw it away. And I was happy just to use it. I've been doing so much December daily lately, and hopefully, by the time this airs, you'll see my December daily. I did a walkthrough over on the My Little Scrapbook Store page, but I was gonna try to turn that into a walkthrough on YouTube, hopefully. Now, here's where I almost had a big disaster. When I tried to pull that little banner up, it started to pull the page away, but luckily I was able to salvage it. And I just thought it'd be cool to have the little banner there, kind of mimicking the little blue line on the sketch. I really, really do like how this whole thing turned out. I'm using mainly the stickers from the collection. I'm not going outside of just my journal box and the stickers. Other than that one Merry Christmas banner that just happened to be sitting on my desk and the Flair, I really stuck with this close to my heart collection and used it up. I'm trying to do that more where I just use up the collections I have, as opposed to having, six different things out on my desk and then I'm not sure what I'm going to use. Seashells work here because it's the lobster trap tree. I thought that was cool. I did want to put some of the pink around the page just because there is the pink there. And you'll notice that little A fell off and it takes me a while to find it. I'm going to pick it up and put it back where it goes, but that A is just sitting there. That stamp says find the beauty. I thought that worked out really well. And then also on this particular stamp set is three little stars that I think also kind of mimic snowflakes. So I am just doing those in Faded Jeans around the page. So three of those. Then I am going to do my journaling. And I think I'm not going to make you watch me do all of the journaling. But I really enjoyed making this page. I thought it turned out well. Please take a moment to go and check out the Flair over at the Flair Hut, and take a moment to check out the sketch over at My Little Scrapbook Store. Have a wonderful 2023, and I hope that you stay scrappy and you do a lot of fun things this year. I will see you again later in the month. Bye, everybody. Talk to you later.